welcome to my channel, or if you are a returning viewer, thank you and welcome back. So today I am going to be doing sort of like a pseudo first impressions try-on thing for some products from a brand that I have heard a million things about on the internet. The brand is called Karity. Now, you guys have probably seen their ads on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. Basically anywhere that there can be a makeup ad, you've probably seen them. And I had really debated for a long time about whether or not I was going to purchase from the brand. They had a really good sale for Black Friday, and I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to give it a try. So I picked up some things. So on my eyes, I am wearing their Picante palette. That seems to be like their biggest bestseller. That seems to be the cult favorite that everybody talks about. And so I went ahead and I picked it up. I really like the way that it has performed. It's a really beautiful warm-toned palette. It was very easy to blend, very easy to work with. The shimmers, they do apply best with a finger or a wet brush, but they're beautiful. Everything is pigmented and gorgeous. Very little fallout, which is really nice. I appreciate that, especially on the mattes, just because a fallout is a really common thing. And I'm not a huge, like, oh my god, it cannot have fallout kind of person. But I know that there are a ton of people who are that way, so I'm like, okay, it's best when it doesn't, just so that people don't have a reason to complain or throw a fit. So, now, with that being said, I do really like the way that the palette performed. I like the way the look turned out. It was very easy to get like super sunshiny and fun, and yeah. So with that, what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you guys the swatches of the palette. First of all, the packaging on this palette is just absolutely stunning. Like, it looks like an abstract art piece in the best way. I really love that about it. That is definitely something that drew me to it, because typically, like, I see 1.5 million warm-toned palettes that are like this kind of packaging, not packaging, color story. And then I saw this, and then I saw the packaging on it, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is actually like enough to draw you in. And then you open the palette. There is not a mirror in this palette, which, if you are one of those people that's a deal breaker for you, that is just something to be aware of. But this is the color story of the palette. It has a bunch of really beautiful, like the sort of earthy tones here, a whole bunch of really gorgeous like yellowy orange tones. You've got a couple of purples to play around with there, a few reds, just really like a very good balance of colors to be able to do a bunch of different kinds of looks with it. I went for something a little bit more sunsetty today, so I used Dish as my transition shade, and then I put it, I want to say that's Epicé, maybe? I'm probably butchering this, I'm so sorry. And then I used that in my crease, and then I put Sunrise down on my lid, and I also put Fahrenheit down on the lid, and then on my lower lash line I used a little bit of Flamingo just to kind of give a little extra pop of color. Honestly, like, it's a really beautiful palette. I appreciate what they're doing with it. I appreciate that it does kind of have different like pops of color that you might not ordinarily see in like a super warm toned palette. Like, with a lot of the warm toned palettes, you don't get those little purples, you don't get, the deeper oranges. I feel like those are just, they're different. I feel like they're different, and they're really pretty colors, and the freaking shimmer shades are so pretty. I mean, goodness gracious, I cannot do the words thing. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to swatch the palette for you guys row by row, and just kind of give my impressions on each shade, because I haven't done that yet. I just dipped into some shades to go ahead and do my makeup this evening, because I knew I would be filming this video. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to start, and then, because I'm terrible and totally forgot, I also used Delia up on my brow bone to just kind of blend everything together, just to give it a little bit of a more mellow, melded look. So anyway, I will quit rambling now. So this is Delia. Please ignore my tiny little drawing thing. I was bored and IT was working on my computer today. So, alright, and then this is the shade Fearless. And okay, so this is black, this is black pen, and Fearless just went down over that, and you can't see it through the shade. If that's not a freaking ringing endorsement, I don't know what is. Alright, and then we have the shade Dune, which is a really beautiful, like, mustardy color. And Embers, which is a pretty true gold. Like, these are one swatch, and these are really light swatches. Like, you don't have to dig to get the pigmentation on this palette, which is really nice. This is the shade Pimento, which is a sort of, like... I'm gonna say this, and it's not meant to be, like, offensive. It's like a macaroni and cheese orange, like, in a good way. This is the shade Bronzed. I'm running out of hand space. So it's the shade Bronzed. This is a really beautiful, like, it's, to me, it doesn't look very bronzy. Like, it's a really pretty orangey, like an orangey bronze. Is that even a thing? It might be. I don't know, y'all. It's been a long week. Alright, and this is the shade Mornin', which I love that it's called Mornin' and not Morning. Like, that's, I don't know, that's just cute to me. And it's like a more deep, yellowy, orangey, golder tone. It's really pretty. Sunrise, which I am absolutely in love with. Like, that is such a pretty shimmery orange, which I am such an orange person. Like, I am obsessed. It's my favorite color. Everything should be orange. It's such a happy color. That is the shade Bobby. Yeah, Bobby. I was like, is that an O or an A? I promise, guys, I am not as much of a moron as I look like in these videos. Again, it's just been a long week. That is the shade Fuego, which is a really nice sort of subtle, like, a pinky orange almost. Like, it looks pinkier in person. It's like a very, it's almost like a shimmery coral, which is really beautiful. I'm obsessed with this color. It is the shade Harvest. Like, it's just such a pretty deep orange color. And this, we're just gonna casually move that up some. Alright, and this shade is the shade. Yeah, that worked out so horribly wrong. Okay, so this is the shade Haley. I am trash at the swatching. It's okay. And this is Fahrenheit. Okay, I'm just gonna start. Yeah, we're just gonna start swatching here. Just look at my arm. It's great. Alright. Sorry, that shade, this shade here is Flamenco. This is Fahrenheit. And this is Spicy. And then this shade is Passion. So that's really pretty. It's definitely a deeper red on the skin. I hate that it doesn't show up as well on camera. Okay, so like, it looks like it's supposed to say spice, but it has an E instead of an S. That shade is right there. It's like a really nice sort of berry tone. It's really, it's buildable, which is nice. Like, it doesn't go on as super pigmented right at the beginning, but it's pretty. And then Sass, which I love the name. It's delightful. And that is Sass. And then Flora. That is so pretty. Like, it's beautiful. And then the shade Dish, which is a really great transition color. It's more of a brown tone. And then we have Bittersweet, which is a really nice, like, almost chocolatey tone. So overall, like, it's a really beautiful palette. Like, it definitely has a lot of, like, ways that you can work with it to create really unique and beautiful looks. Now I am going to go ahead and I'm going to use just a teensy bit of my Pharmacy Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm to get all of these swatches off of my arm. That is a thing. Also, if you guys have not heard of Pharmacy and used their cleansing balm, this stuff is amazing. It will remove damn near anything, and it's really nice. Like, it smells super good. It's this really fun orange color. It smells kind of like a lime sherbet. Depends on who you ask. Please do not at me. But it's a great makeup removing balm. I got it in an Ipsy and I'm obsessed. So that's that on that. Now, the thing that I was really excited about with my Karity order is honestly the lippies. I have heard good things about the lipsticks on the internet. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the plunge. So I bought 7 of them because why not? Now, as you can see, I'm a creature of habit. I did pick up a lot of very similar shades. I guess, like, seeing them on camera, they aren't as similar as they initially look, so I feel a little bit less bad about it. But I digress. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and try on, this is the shade 99 Problems. It's just a really beautiful navy blue. I'm not 100% sure that it is going to cooperate or coordinate with my current eye look, but that's okay. If me doing this to my lip ring squicks you out, I'm so sorry. That's a thing that's going to happen a lot though, so you might want to get used to that. Find a different booty guru to watch. So 99 Problems. Initial impression, really, really beautiful color. However, it does take a layer or two to, an extra layer or two, might I say, to get to complete opacity. Which for me personally isn't a big deal. Like, granted, I would love a sort of one and done color payoff, but good things come to those who wait, and really, it's a gorgeous color. It's a really deep navy blue. It's gorgeous. Like I said, it does take a couple of layers to get that full opacity. Otherwise, like, the first layer, so is a little bit sheer. It's a very comfortable formula. It's not immediately super drying, which is really nice. That's a concern that I come across a lot with matte lip products, is just that it's, like, super drying. But it's very creamy. It's very easy to put on. It does dry down pretty quickly. And see, you can see kind of right here that portion of the lip where it's not completely opaque. Okay, see, so like I said, an extra layer is sometimes important. I did not put down a lip primer, so that might make the color pay off a little bit more immediately. more instant gratification is what I'm looking to say here. Obviously it didn't come out that way, but it's fine. So yeah, so that is 99 Problems. It's really gorgeous, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go take this off, and then I will be right back to you guys. Alright, so I am back. I have no things on my lips anymore, with the exception of some of the magical coconut chapstick that I have, because taking lip products off and then putting more lip products on is very rough on your face, and it's important. I did used to have like this really beautiful lip oil from Karity Cosmetics. I am now out of it, and I am sad. So right now I will just have to deal with the lack of that and just deal with my chapstick. So anywho, we will go ahead and get to the next shade. I think I am going to go with this one. So this is the shade Soho. It's like a really beautiful, like berry purpley tone. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. That's, yeah. So. Again, like you can see it a lot more clearly here that it is quite sheer on that first layer. So there's Soho. It is a really, really beautiful, like purple, like it's like grape juice. If grape juice color had a lip color, it would be Soho. Again, very comfortable, very pretty. And it really, like, it seems like it's a really gorgeous formula. It's just, you do have to layer it up, and that's fine. So yeah, that's just, it's a really beautiful color. I really like that. It definitely comes across more like grape juice purple on the lips than it does in the package, which is not a thing I'm mad about. Like, it's a gorgeous color. I appreciate everything about that because I'm just weird like that, so I don't know. We'll see. Now I'm going to go ahead and transform myself back into a pumpkin to do another shade. And we're back. So Soho does leave like the tiniest bit of a stain on your lips, which is not a bad thing. Like, actually that's really pretty, and if you just throw some gloss over that, it looks like you meant to do it. So definitely go for that. But just in case, like, some people are really like really weird about products that stain, that is just a thing. You saw I only had that on for like 30 seconds or something, and it did leave a little bit of a stain on my lips. So just a FYI. More chapstick. This is Aloha Coconut, and it tastes like coconut and pineapple, and I'm obsessed. So, okay. This is another one. I was like, wait a minute, what is this? This looks different. Okay. So this is one of their lip locks. This is in the shade Rockstar. It's this really pretty red. I'm not really sure what the difference between the lip locks and their other liquid lippies are, but we'll see. I think the applicator on this is definitely different. So, oh my goodness, okay. Now, okay, so the lip lock is also apparently pretty good at getting on your teeth. So we're just going to casually fix that. Alright, what the fuck? Anyway, so this is the lip lock in the shade Rockstar. Yeah, we're gonna even this up just a tad. and it's definitely a deeper red in person. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to like adjust my lighting just a teeny bit. I wonder. Nope. Nope. That's not gonna do the thing. Alright. Let me adjust the light. Okay. So, now you can see it's a little bit more, this is a little bit more of what it looks like, a little bit truer to color. It's definitely like a darker sort of bloody red. It's very pretty. Like, I really dig it, actually. Like this. It is a much more opaque on initial application than the other ones that I've tried. I find that it's a lot less creamy than the other ones too, so it doesn't move around as much, but it does definitely get on your teeth with that applicator. I don't love those applicators, but it's fine. This one is also like a little bit stickier while it's drying down. I didn't find with the other ones that it's as sticky when it's drying down, but that is just something to be aware of if you're not a huge fan of like a super sticky matte lip. You can see it does sort of like, it has a little bit of a stick, but really like it's nothing to write home about. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to go take my lips off, and I'll be right back. So one thing I will say about that one is that it is quite a bit harder to take off. So if that's a concern, just a heads up, it is kind of a pain in the ass to take off. Alright, so we are 3 down, 4 to go. Goodbye. You guys will go over here. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and this is the shade As If. I'm going to turn up my lighting on my thingy is all the way up. And I just don't feel like turning my ring light back on. So you guys have to see my face in all of its imperfection glory. I'm not sorry. Ooh, okay. Alright. So this is As If. I definitely feel like it comes off a lot darker on the lips than it does in the tube. In the tube it looks very like dusty mauvey, but on the lips it actually just does come across like a lot darker. It's really pretty, and actually I didn't have as much of a problem with the opacity on this one, so like it took a layer to get the color to the level of opacity that it is, as opposed to like 3 or 4. So I assume that their formulas are just a little bit different for their more wild colors than they are for their more everyday wearable colors. Like, I'm that type of girl that will go out in 99 Problems on a Tuesday just because she can, but not everybody's like that. Most people would go for a more safe shade like this, so that's just something I've noticed, and that's honestly, that seems to be a really common theme among makeup companies, is that their more wild colors have like a different formulation. So that's just a thing I've noticed, but that's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Yeah, okay, so it is a little bit, it's still a little bit sheer, but really like it's not as noticeable initially, so just a thing to think about. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go take this off, and we're gonna try another one. Alright, so we are 4 down, 3 to go. Alright, so this is the shade Tea Leaves, which I'm excited about. I'm hoping that this one is more true to color, because it looks like it's like a very dusty mauvey tone, and oh man. Way darker. Turn my ring light back on. So it definitely is still, it's still just darker than I'd like it to be. Like, I was hoping, like, if you look at it it definitely looks like it's going to be sort of a very like subtly like mauve-y pinkish nude, and I don't feel like it comes off that color right out of the tube, which makes me sad because I bought it specifically because of the like dusty rosy mauve color that it looked like, but it's definitely looks like more brown toned, which is not my favorite, honestly. It's just, it's not, it's pretty, like it's very pretty, it's just not what I wanted it to be, and so that makes me a teensy bit sad, but it's fine. Just casually going to get, oh shit, yeah, taking off liquid lipsticks is not a pretty process. It's fine. It's fine. Saves us a little bit of time. Alright, so this is the shade Tick Tick Boom. This is a matte. All of these are matte finishes, I do believe, including the lip lock one. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna clean up my lines because right now I look like a heathen, which I am, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, like, wait a second. So this is another one that requires a couple of layers, and it's gonna get on my teeth because it's disrespectful, but that's fine. Y'all, we are out here, we are struggling. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Makeup is not always like a perfect art. This is just a thing that happens. It is what it is. So yes, this is Tick Tick Boom. It's a very pretty like brick red color. Hang on. Okay, so now you can kind of see a little bit better what it looks like more in human color. Alright, and again, it takes a couple of layers to get where we want it to be, but overall, really pretty color. We're going to take this off, and I'll be right back. Alright, friendos, and for the last of the Mohicans, we have the shade Steph, which is another deeper red shade. It's a very purpley berry tone, which is pretty. It's definitely still more of a red than it is a purple. Alright, so that is that. That is with 2 layers of the product. I definitely think I could use a third, but I am just not going to continue to drag this video out any longer. You guys have sat here watching me struggle with lipstick for like half an hour, and I do appreciate that you have not abandoned me yet. If you have, I completely understand. No harm, no foul, no bruise. Anyway, so overall, I really like the quality of Karity's products. The eyeshadow palette is gorgeous. The lip products are really beautiful. I do wish that some of them were more true to color, just because like I purchased a lot of them specifically because I liked what I thought they were going to look like. And they definitely do need a few layers to go ahead and not be super patchy and have like a higher level of opacity. Overall, they're really pretty. I mean, for $6, you can't really go wrong. Just be prepared that you are going to have to work the products. You can definitely see here the patchiness of the product application, which is kind of disappointing. But again, like I said, for $6, it can't really go bad. Like, you can't really go wrong. But it's definitely something to be aware of. I would like to see them maybe reformulate sometime in the future and, you know, retest some of these products because they're very, very pretty colors. I just would like to see more true to color and just easier to easier to apply, easier to dry down, like quicker to dry down. Just, you know, matte lipsticks are a hard thing to get right. And so, you know, you do have to have trial and error with all of that. But really overall, you know, I'm happy with the products. I'm really excited to play around more with the palette and create more with it and just kind of, you know, see what I can do. But at this point, you know, that is that on that. You guys can find links in the description box for Karity's website so you guys can go purchase these products. I don't get any kickback or anything. It's just, you know, makes it easier for you guys to not have to search on the internet. It is about a week before Christmas, I think. It is actually exactly a week before Christmas. I have never felt less Christmassy in my entire life. I'm just not feeling it this year, like with the exception of my nails. Like, this is the most Christmassy thing about me right now. Everything else is just like, I don't like it. And oh my god, lipstick on my tooth again. That's what I mean about things drying down faster. Like, okay, yeah, I'm a freaking feral hobgoblin. It's fine. But anyway, it is about a week before Christmas as we are speaking. And, I don't know, guys, just, as always, like, be gentle with yourself. This time of year is so hard for so many people for so many different reasons. You know, be gentle with yourself, be gentle with others. Don't hold yourself to an unhealthy expectation that you cannot safely handle for you and your mental health. You know, just be gentle because this is a hard time of year. And you never know what anybody's going through. You know, people might not have supportive families this time of year. They might have lost a loved one. Like, you never know what people are going through. And it's always important just to remember to be kind. You know, this time of year especially can be just incredibly overwhelming. You know, financially, mentally, emotionally, all of these things. People are forced to be around family that they may not be comfortable with. You know, just all kinds of things. So, you know, just be kind, and that's all that on that. So, as always, guys, do no harm, take no shit, love yourselves. If you can, please take the time to like, comment, subscribe. You can find me on Instagram at the Perpetually Flustered Misfit, or it might just be Perpetually Flustered Misfit. And of course, you can always find all of my links in my link tree on my Instagram to my blog, my Twitter, and this lovely YouTube thing, and whatever crazy other products that I decide that I'm going to come out with at any point in time. So anyway, thank you guys. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever it is you celebrate. You know, just be safe, be warm, be happy, and just be gentle with yourselves. Alright guys, have a good one. Bye!